Hello, 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 and welcome back to JenHannagans.
She's Jen, Hannah, two besties for the resty. Almost 4 years of living a healthier lifestyle, and this is...
Question of the day! I almost missed my cue.
You totally did. You're already zoned out. This one I'm going to talk
I was reading this!
This one I'm going to talk more than she will. We just got done with the walk. This question actually came from Dot. Again, Dot, we love you.
Thank you, Dot.
We wouldn't have questions. We also wouldn't know about this if you hadn't asked us.
We wouldn't have known.
So on last week's video, Dot asked what we thought about WW and the most recent purchase that they've made. And I hadn't heard anything about it.
I hadn't either.
So to talk about it, we kind of got to give a little backdrop. April 1st, 2019, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We started on WW. We've got plenty of videos talking about that. But we found out iTrack Bites at the time, which is now Healthy, was cheaper. I stayed on WW for a while. She went on iTrack Bites. We went back to WW when the plans changed just to see what we thought about it. Then we went back to iTrack Bites, which was then Healthy. So we're not really in WW. We still talk about points because points and bites are the same thing. Healthy is the same thing, just cheaper. Basically, they use all of WW's old plans. So that kind of explains why we didn't know. But for any of you that don't know what I'm talking about, WW, it was leaked, and then they have been talking about it. They have purchased something like $137 million purchase of Sequence.
Telehealth provider Sequence.
So, Dot asked what we thought about this. Here's the thing with this.
Sequence's focus is on providing treatment for weight loss. That's the start right there. And so they have a consultation with a doctor, and then I guess the main goal, from what it says here, Seeking Alpha, I don't know what this webpage is. This is the only one that I found that had this on here. A doctor would determine whether prescribing a weight loss drug is appropriate as part of a treatment plan. So that seems to be the focus. Is Sequence focuses on weight loss and on weight loss drugs. WW buys Sequence.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk, and it's actually been originally it was smaller news places coming out with it, like, hey, guess what just happened?
Yeah, it's out there.
Now it's on MSNBC, CBS, Fox News, CNN. All of them are talking about it. Since WW has done this, their stock prices went through the roof. So pros and cons. WW Weight Watchers, they went through this whole rebranding because they were losing businesses to places like Noom. When Noom came along and was like app based, and
there it is, there. We went to iTrack Bites.
WW was losing business because Noom was like, it's not just about weight loss. Let's figure it out. Let's talk about the science behind it and the mentality. So Weight Watchers is like, we're not Weight Watchers anymore. We're WW, and we're more whole wellness. And then they started with a bunch of meditation stuff, and they revamped the program over 2 years, which they've always done. But then there was some partnerships with exercise things and everything to try and get more of a full approach. Did you know Noom also does telehealth situation and prescribes? I heard that somewhere recently. May have been on YouTube, so I don't know. But Weight Watchers also, everyone out at some point hits a plateau, and a lot of people get frustrated.
Yeah.
And Weight Watchers stock prices were dropping, and Weight Watchers is in the business of helping people lose weight, and it is a business. They are in it to make money. Now, I don't have a problem with people taking weight loss medication. I don't have a problem with people getting weight loss surgery.
For you, if you need to do that, that's not what we're saying here.
There are definitely reasons to do so. There are situations when you would need that, and I'm all for that. I don't think that's WW's place.
No. At least they're going to have to change up their the way that they present themselves, if that's what they're going to do. Like, you know what I mean? Because they was all about, like, I don't know, it seems like they're going to have to change something up to represent themselves better if that's what they're going to include.
I watched an interview with, like, the CEO or whoever is, like, really promoting this right now. And it's like, this isn't a change to WW. We were just realizing that there was a hole, and there are some people that really need that extra support, and this is a way that we can provide it. Now, if you look up Sequence and what it takes to get a weight loss medication, it's like 27% BMI.
Oh, really?
With one underlying condition, or 30% BMI without any underlying conditions.
That's because the two main medicines that they use are diabetes medicines. So, and that's like becoming a big thing, I guess, is the diabetes medication. But what it says here is that that's the two that they are mainly, that Sequence is mainly using, is the Wegovy and the Saxenda. So, and those are both for...
I think they also do Mounjaro.
They are trying to do... Yes, it says being used for off-label for weight loss.
That's my problem with it. I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember I wasn't part of the craze because I was still young and not trying to lose weight. But, you know, there was the whole weight loss drug craze in the 80s, and then you find out that it kills you. There's not enough information for non-diabetics. So what they do is they say, well, they look at some of the stuff, and this is just all my opinion, but based on what I've seen, they look at your BMI, they look at your overall thing, and they say, well, you classify as pre-diabetic, which most people in America will, and then they put you on a diabetes medication to control your insulin, which stops your sugar cravings, and it takes away your appetite and all that. And okay, my dad's diabetic. And he's not on any of those medications, but he does take an injectable medication once a week to help with his blood sugar. When he was in the hospital, his blood sugar got to a place where he was more stable and didn't need to, but he does now.
Yeah.
It's an expensive medication. It's expensive with insurance. And it's already hard enough for diabetics to get those medications, because diabetes is not a cheap disease to have. And I'm going to get a little heated here. I don't really care about WW buying a telehealth provider. I don't think it's ethical. I don't think it's ethical to spend 30 plus years or 60 years, however long WW has been going on.
A long time.
I think it's over 60, but whatever. I don't think it's ethical to spend all that time saying that you can lose weight without medication, without surgery or whatever, and then all of a sudden...
That's why I said they're going to have to re-represent themselves. Yeah. Like, it doesn't stand for what they stood for all this time.
And now they're saying, if the program's not working for you, here's doctors that we paid for, that we've bought, so we own them, that are going to prescribe you a medication because you need it. Those doctors have no incentive to not prescribe you medication, because they are now owned by a weight loss company whose job it is to help you lose weight. And they're making life harder for diabetics who already have a hard time.
That is a big complaint right now with the diabetes medications being used. Is that it's because they are being prescribed so widely for weight loss recently, that it is making it harder for diabetics to actually get a hold of those drugs. So
and there are people that I love that are diabetics that could potentially need these medications, and they not be available. Now, I think the manufacturers are going to make plenty of the medication. I think they it'll
eventually even out. Yeah, it will.
They quickly figured out that weight loss is going to be a side effect. But that's my biggest problem with it. So
I'm not surprised by it. I feel like with the way that culture was moving and the way that they have lost business, I feel like it naturally. I mean, you're grabbing at things to make some money. So.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by WW doing it. I don't think it's ethical, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with people taking weight loss medication if they need it. I do have a problem with a company that touts itself on wellness and health, promoting that and purchasing a company in order to
Isn't
get
that
into
how
that
messed
business.
up America is, though?
Yeah.
Like, I just heard on a podcast, somebody said that the food industry has bought the diet industry.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary stuff.
So,
like, get money to get them fat, and then get money to get them skinny.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
that's all I have to say about it.
Basically, that's my opinion. It just makes me upset because of the diabetic medications being used off label. But that's our world. Whatever. If you don't agree and you don't like what WW is doing, healthy.
Yes.
You can get a year the professional level of healthy for the cost of a month and a half of Weight Watchers. Yeah. Just saying, not sponsored.
It's the same concept, same program, essentially. Yeah. So very easy transition from WW to healthy.
Now, if healthy ends up doing the same thing, I'm going to have another issue. But
we don't know
maybe
much
not.
about healthy, though. We don't know.
We
what
really
they do.
don't. I just use it to
We
track.
can't boycott anybody because we don't pay that much attention.
But let us know. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you think it's a good move for Weight Watchers? I think it's a great move monetarily.
Yeah, they'll make their money.
They're already making money.
Yeah.
Like their stock prices. I wish I had bought stock in WW before this happened because I could be rich. But anyway, that's all we have. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the bell
Dislike it if you don't like it,
notification.
because that helps too.
Anything. But let us know what you think. And if you have any other questions, if you have any other questions, we need one for next week. So we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.